وهدي النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بموجبات الغسل. From the obligatory parts which the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, or obligatory places or times when a person should make a mandatory ghusl. بين رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وجوب الغسل مما يأتي. So this fiqh, Ibn al-Qayyim is explaining, is in the most easiest way, as if he's reading it to you. And this is not like a fiqh book where like أخصر مختصرات دليل الطالب الروضة or هداية القدوري. This Ibn al-Qayyim writes like a seerah, he writes it. The Prophet ﷺ used to do this, but the Prophet ﷺ used to do this. And it is very easy and very, for the beginners, it's also very, it's very beautiful to تذوق هذا, to taste it. The fountains of knowledge of Ibn al-Qayyim is bringing out to us from the Sunnah. So that's how we're going to read without getting into too much intricate details. So the Prophet ﷺ, when he used to make ghusl, بيّن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وجوب الغسل مما يأتي. Number one, ghusl, when it's wajib, number one, خروج المني في حال النوم أو اليقظة. A person has ejaculation of semen. When the semen is ejaculated while you are sleeping or when you are waking up, the ghusl, washing of your body, is wajib over you. Make it to take a ghusl. لقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم, that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إنما الماء من الماء. يعني you nullify or you purify yourself, in easy words I'm explaining to you, you purify yourself with water from the water which has ejaculated. And the ma is water, right? So إنما الماء من الماء. And indeed the water which has ejaculated from as semen, you wash it with the water in order to purify yourself. إنما الماء من الماء. رواه مسلم. وسئل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم هل على المرأة غسل إذا احتلمت. Is the mar'a, is the woman, is the person makes a ghusl if it has ihtilam. Ihtilam means having a nightfall. قال نعم إذا رأت, and if she sees it, if she sees that there is a bit of ejaculation from the woman also. If the woman feels something in the private part, and that is due to the shahwa, that is what has come out, then she also should make ghusl. Muttafaqun alayh. This hadith in Bukhari Muslim, narrated by the same narrator. Number two, al-jima'. Number two, sexual intercourse. وَإِن لَمْ يَنزِلَ الْمَنِي. Even if there is no ejaculation of the sperm or the semen. Yani a husband and wife meets up and there is a sexual intercourse. During this intercourse, the touching of the khityan, yani this is the male part and the female part. When it touches, even if it touches and there is no ejaculation, there is the ghusl is wajib. And many people do not know this, but the mujarrad of touching, lams, by the male part of the female part, just by touching, tanqad al-wudu. The wudu gets nullified. طيب. وَإِن لَمْ يَنزِلْ الْمَنِي. Even if there is no ejaculation from the male or the female side. So many people will argue, no, there was no ejaculation, so no, even there is no ejaculation, you still have to make ghusl. لقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, إذا جلس بين شعبها الأربع ثم جهدها فقد وجب الغسل. And this hadith I'm going to inshallah explain it later بإذن الله عز وجل, because there is a tafsil to this hadith. طيب, so number one was خروج المني, there was ejaculation, number one. If a person is حالة اليقظة, if a person is waking up, or حالة النوم, sleeping, and there is ejaculation, or there is a nightfall, خلاص, you have to make wudu. Or a person masturbates, okay, wajib al-ghusl, the wajib, because there is ejaculation, mujarrab of thinking something sexual, and there is ejaculation, you still make wudu. طيب, yes, you make ghusl. And number two is jima, having sexual intercourse. Even if the intercourse has done and or been touched and there is no ejaculation, even if there is no ejaculation, second case, because the mujarrad of touching after the khityan of the two parts, wajib al-ghusl, the ghusl is there. Number three, inqita' al-hayd, when a woman faces menstruation. When she faces menstruation, the menstruation starts, khalas, she needs to make a ghusl after she passes the periods. So after the menstruation time, after the menstruation time, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 15 days, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal says the least is a day and a night for a woman, she menstruates, and the maximum is 15 days. But normally it's about 5 to 7 days, 5 days, but you should give it a day more in order that there is no further blood which comes out. And how would you know when there is a white discharge at the last? When there is a white discharge at the last, and the color of the haid blood of the menstruation should be brown. And if it's not brown, and if it's coming at other times, then it is not haid. So let me explain to you. So haid is the menstruation which a woman has, which is brown in color, and which happens for a woman during the time when she expects. That every woman knows that when she bleeds. طيب. This is haid. طيب. So that blood which is dark brown in color is impure. طيب. How will she know she's impure? Now she can make a prayer after her 5 days, 7 days. Give it 2 more days. Make a ghusl after the white discharge is ended. Khalas, at the last there is a white discharge, and then you make ghusl and you're pure. You pray. After praying salawat, after a couple of days, you see another discharge, and it is not brown, it is red. This is not hayd. This is istihada. Istihada is the term which we use in fiqh for blood which is irregular, which is not of hayd, which is not of menses. So you need not be scared. You wash it, you make wudu, you can pray your salawat.